Right. Now today we are going to talk about relations among two different classes and how actually that is managed here. Okay. So usually when we talk from object oriented perspective or object model perspective, we are following type of relation. One is called as association. Second is composition. We have seen inheritance. Third one is inheritance, right? And fourth is dependency, right? So this is what is relations when we talk about object model. But when we talk about database model, relation there is what? Only association, right? And you will have something called as cardinality. When we say cardinality, hello?
Yeah.
It is degree of relation. You just keep on typing something on the chat box. Otherwise, I'll not know whether I'm there or not. Degree of relation. Now, when we say degree of relation, it is one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, or many-to-many. Right? These are four. Now, in databases, you don't have many-to-many, right? So, the way relations are derived in case of databases, they are in terms of foreign key. And here, whether you go with association or composition, it is most of the time what? The reference, right? And inheritance, yesterday in last session we have seen, there are various strategies which we use in order to implement inheritance mapping in your Hibernate. This is what we have done, right? We did inheritance 1. Okay. Right. So similar to this, you will have other type of relations also which can be implemented, and as I told you here, you will have association, you will have composition, you will have inheritance, and also in order to meet all those requirements, in order to meet all those needs, you have Hibernate that takes responsibility of mapping your need with the database model, right? So object model and database, irrespective of being dependent on each other to derive relations, so that their design objective are not diluted, you will be giving this responsibility to all. Okay. So when we talk about Hibernate as relations, you will have association, you will have composition, you will have inheritance. Association is usually handled by using one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, or many-to-one relations. Composition is basically handled by using something called as collections, right? Collection mapping. In inheritance, we have seen there are 3 different strategies. Apart from this, how to handle composite keys and all are also part of Hibernate domain in order to ensure that whatever differences are there in object model and persistence model, they are taken care of. Fine. So what we'll do, we'll take one example here and we'll move forward. Right click, new. I'll go with class. Let me go with package, new package, and right here com.121. Click on finish. I'll go to com.121, new class, and let me take here customer detail. This is what is one class. Another class that I will take here is product detail. Yeah, Anurag, I'm waiting. Now, you're able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Fine. So we have created here two classes. One is customer detail, and now I'm creating product detail. Fine. Now in this, if you see, I'm setting up a constraint. That constraint is one customer can buy, you say, one product. So what type of relation it is? It is one to one. Let's go and design our class first. I'll go here and write int customer ID string customer name and then product, because that's what is the relation. I'll go for product. Yeah, ideally it is many to many, and I told you that I have put the constraint. Okay, assume that it's a product which is being sold in huge subsidy, and one customer should get only one product, right? We are just trying to see the semantics, how actually we can go ahead and implement it. So we have these three here. I'll go to product details, int product ID, string product name, double, I'll take product price. I generated setter and getter. For customer detail also, I will go and generate setter and getter. So this is how actually you will be creating the Pojo, which we have seen various number of times. Okay, the Pojo is ready. Now we have to go and set the relation and see how we will create the HBM file. I'll just go, we'll create the HBM file now, new, others, select the mapping file, click on next, and remove this. I don't need, because I want to create from scratch. Next, give a name like 121 so that you can remember it and can be documented. Go and click on finish. I'll go to source and quickly I will go and I will write the map. In this I'm writing package equal to com dot 121 and then target those two classes. Both classes must be defined here. Yeah, when did we define the restriction? Now we are going to define Anurag. It's not stuck. Okay, we have not yet defined. We have to define it now. So I'm taking two classes here. You are able to see my screen now? Yes. First class that I will take here is my customer detail. I'll go here and take name equal to customer detail table equal to, let me take here customer detail 121 so that we can locate this table easily. Same type of mapping I have to go and do for my product also here. This task we have already done various times, so I feel that it might be clear to you and I hope that you are trying it out. Product details, I'll go here and take table, and table also will be with the same convention. Only thing is instead of customer, I'll go and change it to product. Right. Now we have to go and manage attributes. So let's go with product first. I'll take ID because ID is important. Name equal to product ID. And generator class is required here so that it can make sure that whether it will be auto generated or it will be assigned by developer. I'm taking assigned. Property, name, and then last property in this is price. So these three properties are there in your product details end. Right. Now we have to go and map customer detail. So I'll go here. Steps are common. I'll take ID. Here I'll take generator class equal to assigned. I'll go here. Name equal to customer detail, right? Customer ID. This is done. Then we'll take normal property. I'll take customer name, and last one is the important property where we are going to put the content. That is, now this is not a normal property. It's not primitive property. You see in customer details, product detail is not a primitive property. It's a property which holds reference, right? So this is what need to be handled. Rest of the things are common. Only thing is now you have to be careful in handling one-to-one relation. Right. So if you see, there are many ways of doing it. I am writing here many to one. Just see. Name is product detail. I'm just writing this. Class is product detail. That's what is the class, right? Okay. Is this clear? So I told that type of relationship is many to one. Even if I tell many to many to one, it's not going to make any difference. It will be one to one relation only, right? Because I'm not using anywhere collection or set. Is this clear? It's clear, right? Okay. Anurag, is this clear? See, when I say many to one, it means many customers can buy the same product. This is what is meaning, right? Fine. Now I want to set one to one relation, but I'll be using many to one tag. Fine. So if I say unique equal to true, it means what? That each product for customer will be unique, right? So what it means? It means now customers must have unique product details, right? So it makes it one customer, one product. Is that clear? Now let's go and generate the schema, and you know what we have to do for that. I'll go here to Hibernate CSG.xml, and I will add here that mapping as well. Instead of inheritance 1, I'll take 1 to 1 dot sbm.xml. That's it. Now I'll go to client, where I will see the schema which gets generated. Right, I am not interested in this now as card payment and all. This is what we have done yesterday. So this is what is fine. I'll save all and I will run it. And then we will go and see the tables. Run as Java application. Once it terminates, we can go and see the schema. If any problem will be there, it will generate that. And we'll see what is the problem. It is saying 1 to 1 HBM not found. So we have to go and see what is the problem. It's not there in that package, right? com.entities. It is there in 1 to 1. So I'll go there and make changes. com dot 1 to 1. You got it, right? Why this error was there? Okay, fine. So I'll go now and I will run it. Now it terminated. Let's go and see the table. And table we can see from here. I'll go here and connect. We'll see the tables here. Customer detail 1 to 1. See customer ID, customer name, and you have here product detail. Okay. What is name of the ID which it has added to the product? You see here. This is what is foreign key. It has created foreign key on product detail to product ID in product detail 1-to-1. We'll go and see. See, you have your product ID, product name, product price. Is that clear? Okay. Now let's go and create some object and try to insert it and see what happens. I'll go here and create an object of product detail first. Yeah, we have not put any restriction on product detail. What restriction you mean to say? It's normal 1-to-1 relation is what we have put. Foreign key, it's there, no? I told you foreign key is there. You see, it will not be there in product detail because in databases, if you have relation 1-to-1, foreign key can be either side. Okay, it can be in customer detail or it can be in product detail. Is that clear? So it's not necessary that both ends should have the foreign key. Only one side will have the reference. Right. Now I'll go and I will write the product details equal to new product details. Set the attributes. Dot set product ID. I'll pass here some ID. Then product detail dot set product name, some name I can pass here. Right. Then I'll go here and I'll write product detail dot set product price. And something I will pass here. So product is ready. Now time has come when we have to create what? Customer detail, right? So I'll go here and write customer detail obj equal to new customer details. Now obj dot set customer ID. Let me take something. Obj dot set customer name. Let me take some name here and then let me go ahead and take set product detail, and here we'll be passing the product detail data, right? This object which we created. It's done. Now see what I'm doing. Be careful because you will come to know about certain properties here. I'll just go and try to save customer detail. See, I'm trying to save customer detail, okay? I'm not saving product detail first. So I'll go here and write session dot save. And I'll pass here customer detail obj. I'm not saving product detail, okay? Save it. Now I will try to run it and see what happens. Are you able to see the error? It is trying to, yes, foreign key constraint violation, right? If you want, see, and if you go and actually set each and every reference problem, right? You have to have, here you are just seeing a simple example. In actual scenario, you will have, you said, many objects related to each other, right? So it becomes very difficult to find out, okay, what all are the dependents and then go ahead and insert one by one. I'll just go and make one change in our property. Yeah, this is not compilation error. This is runtime error. It is trying to execute. It's not compilation error. It is error because you have not ensured that product detail is inserted before your customer detail, right? So what we will do, since one object can have multiple dependencies, it's very difficult to go and locate those dependencies and work with that. Hibernate gave you one feature, and it says that you just let me know if you want to cascade operations, right? I'll go here, I'll take cascade, and I'll pass here all. So now what happens when I go and try to insert, your Hibernate understands that he has all privilege of going and deviating from the statements, right? You'll find that it has cascaded the insert, okay? First it inserts address and then it inserts customer and then it updates it, okay? But that is what is special feature which is provided to you by Hibernate. I'll just go to client again and I'll try to rerun it. So I have to go to client and we have to run it. Yes, Anurag, you're absolutely right. You got the right. Did you saw insert? Right. So this is how actually you will work with one-to-one relation, right? Now let me show you one-to-many relation so that you can understand. And you see, we have already seen one inheritance relation. Okay. So we'll take one-to-many with the same POJO. Okay. Now relationship will change. New package. I'm taking here com dot one-to-many. Sorry. Yes, that's it. I'll create a new package. And now I'll just copy these same classes. See. Now my scenario is one customer can buy more than one product. Yes. Yes, because they are not permanently committed, it will go and it will manipulate in the session. You're right. Is that clear? I'll go with one-to-many now. I told you I'll be taking the same classes and the same HPM. Okay. And I'll paste it here, see. And I'll change HBM file also, name will be one-to-many. Okay. So now we have one-to-many here. You have to just go and set the relation. So we'll see what changes are required in POJO. I'll go to product detail. There is no change which is required. I'll go to customer detail. Here one change is required. If you see, instead of using this class can be created, but what we have to do is we have to just go and declare this attribute as a collection. So I'll write here set. Okay, because now one customer can buy one product, more than one product, so we have to go and we have to keep it in set, right? This class will always have objects of type product details. This is the reason I am writing here product details. Okay. Now these two setter getter methods need to also be modified. So you need to do nothing, just delete them. Go to save. Come here. Right click. Source. Generate. Getter and setter. And I'll save it. Folder is also modified. Then what is last step? To come and modify mapping file, right? Because our mapping file like currently contains what? 1 to 1, right? I have to go and change it, right? So important here that you need to understand is all these grammar is already written. Okay, I'll just comment it out so that you can remember. All this grammar is already written. Huh? You need to follow the grammar, and for that you need to look into GTP and schema, and that is what is area of study for you. Right. So I have here class. Now as soon as I come to product detail, I know like this is not 1 to 1 relation now. It is 1 to many. Why 1 to many? Because it contains a set, right? So you will be actually doing here collection mapping, right? And here instead of using many to 1 or 1 to many, you will be using set. Give a name to the set. It is product detail, right? Is it clear? Now, when I press Control Spacebar, it shows me all the attributes, okay, whatever are there. And when I go to this set, it shows me all the child elements which are there. So either you remember or you have to go and you have to specify, okay, right? Using many to many, 1 to many is there, right? You can go and specify class 1 customer, many product, right? So here I will specify what? Product detail, right? Fine. And then we have to specify the key column equal to what? What is the key column on basis of which product detail will be searched? It is customer ID, right? I write it here. Okay. So in this way, actually, you have to go and you have to set up the relation. Okay. Now, cascade can be true here also. If it is not here, it will be there in set. All right. Now, it's not harmful to go and see the documentation also if we can't recall, because you'll be working with so many external schemas that it will be difficult for you to keep track of one. Okay, so assuming that it is correct, if you can't make, where you will make unique equal to. It's not necessary that all properties will be there with all tags, right? You cannot. You don't have that unique property anywhere. Is that clear, Anurag? So it's not necessary that all properties will be common everywhere. Now I need to just go and change the table name also, because this is for one to many and they should be able to see. I'll go here, one to many, one to many. I'll save it. Next is we have to ensure that we have made entry in cfg.xml file. I'll go here to CSG file, and instead of 1 to 1, I'll take what? Where we are making change. Hopefully in one to many, right? Yeah. We have to go and we have to change it here. Instead of 1 to 1, we'll go with 1 to many. This 1 to many, I have moved to a folder called as 1 to many. And here also I will have a change. Right? Is that clear? Everything is done? So next what we have to do is we have to go and test it, right? In order to test, again you can go to client. Right? I'm not interested in this as of now. I'll save it and then I will run it. Now you see the errors. It is saying one to many .hbm not found. So we have to go and resolve it. Where is one to many? It is in one to may. Okay. So see the spelling mistake. I'll just go and make it. I'll save it. Now I'll go and I'll run it. Now if you see still error is there, we have to see what is the reason. One to may. Where I have to change, I'm not changing it there. I just go to HPM and I need to change in one to may. Here. Here I'll be taking one to may. Save it and run it. So these are few things that we have to take care. We'll see what is the problem. Now it says here that column number 7, content of element type must match set metadata content key. So first key and then one to many. Okay. So you have to see the error and you have to go, because I'm sure you will not remember all tags always. So it's always better not to get afraid. It is saying take first key column and then you go with your relation. Okay. I'll save it and then we will go and we will run it. This is the reason why I prefer. Now after showing you this, I'm sure that you are aware about what tag will be used for many to many, right? That is your implementation. You have to go and implement it, right? And that is an exercise that you have to do. Hopefully it should be created. I'll go here. I'll go to data source. And I'll go and I'll disconnect and connect because it's Eclipse plugin, right? Yes. Let me know once you're back.
I'm back, Niranjan.
Yeah. So just see the table here. You have customer one-to-many, columns, customer ID, customer name. So let's go to product one-to-many, product details one-to-many, go to columns, and here you will see customer ID, right, which is foreign key. Now please remember that in one-to-many relation, foreign key is always implemented to many sites, right? So one customer, many product. This is the reason why foreign key is added where? In that table which represents one-to-many. Is that clear? So, fine. So now I will leave you for today because you might be at work and these two things are there that I've shown you. Your exercise is to implement one-to-many. Okay? It's clear. Now, what documentation you should follow? I will always suggest you to follow product documentation. Okay? I will always suggest you to follow product documentation. I'll just go here and take google.com. And here I'll write Hibernate documentation. Right? Go here. Open this and look into this how to implement many-to-many. Okay? So it's again simple as we have seen in case of other. Right? This is the documentation that actually you should go through whenever you are free. Our objective is to ensure that you start writing code and all. But yes, in order to ensure that you are aware about certain things or whenever you are in problems, you can go ahead and you can take help of this documentation. Okay, so this is the documentation which I will prefer you to follow. Because these are open sources which keeps on changing frequently, so it's not advisable to follow a single book. Yeah, what you want me to repeat, Anurag? Okay, fine. So this is how actually you will go. And case study that you have to implement here is one customer. Now you have to create an address info class also, right? Because customer will have address, right? And see the relation. One customer can have more than one address, and at one address more than one person can reside. Becomes many-to-many, right? So please go ahead and implement it. Okay. When you are free, I save. And next session we are going to talk. Yeah.
What are we going to cover tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be covering HQL, right? One more inheritance mapping so that you can recall it if you forgot, and then JPA, Java Persistence API.
Okay.
You'll be there tomorrow?
Yeah, I will be there.
Yeah. So that's what we will be covering tomorrow. So you will have now mapping capability and you will have querying capability, and then JPA will provide you a way of providing you independence from ORM. So even if you are not aware about Hibernate, you can still go and use JPA in order to do the mappings.
Okay.
And then we will see a case study where from EJB we are making call to our persistence logic that we are writing using JPA, which in turn internally includes Hibernate.